Good afternoon, Corvallis. You're listening to Second String Sports, 88.7 FM KBVR Corvallis. Going up live on a Friday in the booth, huh?
New time. Logan's back in the booth.
Yeah, Logan.
What's up?
Logan's back, finally getting introduced.
Yeah, it's
introduced to the possible new listeners, the 3 p.m. crowd.
Yeah, different time.
Cruising out after class.
Different time, new love.
Time to listen to some sports, right?
Yeah. Everyone's getting from them weekend sports updates.
Yeah.
Provided by Second String Sports.
Shouts out to our hardcore listeners who've made the transition from that brisk 12
and you know what?
To the nice 3 p.m.
They're the real MVPs.
They are the real MVPs.
We got that new afternoon time. It's nice. People driving home, maybe at early work.
Yeah, I can see it.
It's nice. I like it.
It's nice. Well, just before we get kicked off in the show, we want to introduce a little special guest. We got Coolin in the studio today. I'm going to let him introduce himself. Local Oregon State student and sports enthusiast. Goes by the name of Evan, or Jams, if you may go.
Yeah, what's up? This is Evan Altorfer. First time in the booth, but I'm used to it. You might know my alter ego, Strawberry.
Yes.
Strawberry.
Yep, if you don't know Evan, you see him walking around campus.
You see me say what's up.
Rapping. Say what's up. He'll probably be wearing LeBrons and a knee brace.
We'll tweet out a picture of Evan so everyone can get the love of Evan.
Let's get that done. I'm braced up right now. Got some injuries, so I'm not balling very much, but see me spring term, we'll be balling. Let's just talk some sports for now.
Let's talk some sports for now. So if we want to get into it, a little tease for the itinerary for the show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about since last Friday's show. It was arguably one of the biggest weekends in sports that we could have witnessed last weekend. We had the NFL playoffs, obviously. We can get into our predictions we had last Friday, and probably the best live Beaver game that any of us have ever attended.
Probably anybody that has ever attended.
Yeah. I could
probably
go with
up
that.
there.
Yeah, I like that prediction.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get into that huge upset Oregon State-Arizona win, and then we're going to, edge out the show with our classic NBA talk, a little bit more of the NFL predictions for the games this Saturday and Sunday, and then end out the show with some natty talk of what happened to the poor little ducklings in the pond that got shot and sank.
12 gauge.
12 gauge.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
All right. Let's kick into it with the Oregon State versus University of Arizona upset for the ages. A little lowly team that everyone has counted out.
Yep. And honestly, everyone it all falls back on Wayne Tinkle. And everybody, you can tell the attendance has gone up from last year it's almost about around over 1,000 more people are attending Oregon State basketball this year. And last year we had more of we had better players, but this team right now is just showing heart. And I think we just heard Jake send a pic, but this
it's emotional.
Yeah. This team is just showing heart.
It's pretty much the definition of heart.
Yeah.
It could be a movie.
And Wayne Tinkle's just done an excellent job coming in, and I don't think anybody, cannot hate on Wayne Tinkle.
I mean, can you imagine this team with Craig Robinson right now? I mean, they would have been blown out. There were times where we, in that Arizona game, got down a couple points, and I really think that Wayne Tinkle's team would have, Craig Robinson's team would have pulled it up, and Wayne Tinkle's team just does not do that at all. It's constant, foot on the gas.
It's unbelievable, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
So if we want to get back into the logistics of the game, who did you guys think was the key player on both sides of the court? I mean, pretty much Stanley got shut down for what we thought he would do.
Yeah, because Stanley Johnson is going to be a very high prospect coming out of Arizona, and there was a student section. We rattled them. We rattled them pretty good.
It was a rattling.
Yeah,
he was phased. Exactly. You could see it on his face. He just wasn't loving it.
Yeah, and it was from the probability of us winning. If you look at just rosters alone, it was probably about a 0.1% chance of us winning, really, if you look at it on paper. But just the heart of this team has just been outstanding. And they have all McDonald's All-Americans and NBA.
Pretty much all 5 stars.
Yeah, and it's just it's just the amount of people, amount of the guys playing right now are just been unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we had a little loss last night, but that doesn't take away from it. I think, what are we, 10-5 now?
I think we're 11.
11 and 5.
11
Yeah, because we had a hiccup yesterday against Washington, and but we really played. We just lost some hustle at the end because it was just we lost Vic Robbins that we can talk about there in a second too.
Yeah, 10-game suspension,
and that's pretty big for him coming off the bench. He's averaging 10 points a game, so it's gonna be somewhat of a blow. But I think the Beavs can produce. They can find one of the walk-ons, Tanner Sander, maybe coming on.
He seems like he's going to get minutes. I mean, if there's anything I've learned from this Wayne Tinkle team that was picked to maybe lose every single game is no hurdle is too big. So
yeah,
especially the preseason Western Oregon loss.
Yeah,
this season is a throwaway.
Yeah, honestly, no one picked us really to win any game, any Pac-12 games, and maybe not even winning 10 games. And being 11-5 right now is just an unbelievable step. And this is a great step for the program for the first year of Wayne Tinkle.
I mean, we're in NCAA tournament contention for the first time in years.
Yeah.
If we finish out the conference it's incredible.
Yeah, and if going in, we got a lot of Pac-12 play to come on, but honestly, I don't think anybody really wants to see a hearted Beavers just coming into Pac-12 tournament and trying to pull off some upsets because who knows? Arizona might be scared going in the Pac-12 tournament, seeing the Beavers again.
Full effort in every other game they play. I mean, I think so. Wayne Tinkle said they're going to be out-talented every game, but they're not going to be out-fought and out-hustled, which is a huge.
Yeah, exactly. This is just something special. We're witnessing a little Disney-crafted year, Disney moment.
Before we know it, we're going to see it's like a Coach Carter, but it's going to be a Coach Tinkle going to be on.
Oh, yeah, Tinkle could be a movie star. He's like George Clooney.
Yeah.
Not just because of the hair either, just because he's awesome.
Silver Fox.
Oh, he's silver. But yeah, that is... do I have a silver fox?
Yeah.
Silver fox sound like. I feel like there's something there.
Yeah. It just, having 6 walk-ons from the start of the year, it's just an unbelievable effort by this basketball team. It's, I love it. I love seeing it out of Wayne Tinkle. It's just, I'm also, not just this year, but, not the next year and from years on, it's going to be an amazing job watching Coach Tinkle just bringing kids and just not just coaching about basketball, but coaching about life.
Exactly. All right, we're going to take a quick PSA break here, and when we get back, we're going to go over our final reactions for the little rush in the court action for the Arizona-Oregon State game. Then we're going to get into some little NBA discussion and NFL playoff discussion. Stay tuned. Live tweet us once again at Second String Sports or hashtag Second String Sports, Second String Sports KBVR. Same thing, different day. Stay tuned.
Did you know that 7 in 10 pregnancies among single young women in the U.S. are self-described as unplanned? That's one of the highest rates in the developed world. These young women have about twice as many unplanned pregnancies as teens do. The consequences of unplanned pregnancy affect both young adults and their families. These include interrupted education, high risk of poverty, increased health risks for mother and child, and more. This campaign is aimed at reducing the rate of unplanned pregnancy among unmarried young women in the U.S., the national campaign to prevent teen and unplanned pregnancy.
And we're back in the booth. Second String Sports. Jake, Logan, Grant, special guest Evan.
Yeah.
We get into
and before we even go into we had a little technical difficulties. We know these. We're getting ready to transition into the new studio, so we understand that this booth over here is kind of falling apart. So if anyone was trying to listen to Grant Ocampo talk,
I'm back.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. My opinions were not being heard, which is kind of sad.
Yeah.
But
you've been silenced by the man.
Let's just leave it at this. We're ready to move.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I did get a tweet in live from one of our big listeners, Ryan, that said, "Really missing at Jake McGrady during this PSA right now, Second String Sports.
Man, everybody just misses Jake.
Sounds like he's got some attachment issues.
Also, shout out Ryan for pointing out our technical difficulties, because we don't have an intern who's listening and hearing all this stuff. But we should get one.
Yeah.
Shouts out to our fans who just really put it into perspective for us.
Yeah.
So now that we got that sorted out, we got the mics fixed.
Yeah.
All of our illustrious voices can be heard, riveting through your headphones and through the speakers of everyone in Corvallis, pretty much.
In the world. Kinda. KBVR.com.
That's true. People in China could be listening.
So
to
yeah,
us
let's talk about our awesome Storm of the Courts, and it's our Storm Round 2.
The storm that will be heard and remembered for ages.
We're storming all over the state of Arizona, so they better watch out.
Exactly. Okay. So let's just go through the moment, but before we get into the final summary of the game, I want to say if any of our listeners have any pictures of the court storm or anything like that, the pregame, tweet them at any of us three, or at Second String KBVR, or just with the hashtag Second String Sports, and we'll hit you with that coveted RT. Just, relive the moment pretty much, because it was probably one of my best. It was the best.
If you got any photos, videos, send them to us, and we'll retweet it.
It was the best moment of being a student, pretty much here.
Yeah, and storming the field during the Arizona State game for football, that was awesome. But I always thought that maybe we would do that for football, but not in a lifetime that I think we'd beat a top 10 team in basketball. My time here at Oregon State. So really, that was a treat, to say the least, and treat to everybody else.
And I can't fully chime in because for the Arizona State football upset, I was working that game, so I couldn't really experience the field rush. But just from my perspective, it seemed like this had a feeling a million times amplified that football game. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Is that just me? Because you guys were the ones who got to experience the football game. But
yeah, but I just think this time was just a really special time.
It's just different. It just felt different. It was like a storybook.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the smaller environment of Gill helped a lot.
It helped.
Because it's a lot more loud, just compacted in one place. And
it was super loud. It was turned.
Yeah, and it's a lot quicker to the field. I was out in the middle of the court pretty quickly, and I was at the bottom of that pile, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and just seeing all the players' reactions too, and during the storm, everybody was just, they were all one. They were all one.
Oh, rap siren.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a new thing we got going this year. Every time we make a rap reference, we have to hit the rap siren.
Yeah.
Yeah, along the storm of the court, I think we've seen teams come into Reeser top 5 and lose.
Yeah.
We knew a Mike Riley coach team could be a giant killer. But the excitement around the basketball program, Wayne Tinkle, to see what he's doing in his first year, get that marquee win. I've never heard Gill that loud. Seeing so many fans on their feet. The students have always been great, but everybody who was at the game was bringing the atmosphere we needed.
Yeah, and when we do the OSU, doing it from sides to sides, and that was electric. That was also I've never heard that. That was when the Gill got the loudest too. It was, that just kept going. But
I've never heard Gill echo like that, and I've never seen Gary Payton Sr. get that excited over anything.
Yeah,
they showed him on the jumbotron.
Gary's not rattled very easy.
Also, he's thinking for GP2.
Yeah, man. And hey, let's transition to GP2.
Yes,
and
let's get into that discussion.
Really, he's taken over Oregon State basketball.
Pretty much.
We were watching the game yesterday, and he is just an athletic freak. We've known that, but it's just each game he just. Sports Center was giving him love yesterday for a dunk over a UW defender, and that thing was that was outstanding.
Yeah, Sports Center tweeted it, said the son of Gary Payton still gets up posterized.
Yeah, I think Sports Center referenced him as the heir, and I just looked at it. I was like, why are they referencing?
Are they talking about the heir to the GP name or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, Sports Center.
But let's just think about it. Has Oregon State basketball before then ever had a singular tweet just about us by Sports Center? No. It's we're finally getting some recognition here. It's almost like we're going back to the Jared Cunningham era, where it's
even to the Jared Cunningham era was kind of somewhat dark. That was just
highlight reels. I'm talking about the singular player that's actually
yeah, but even GP Yeah, he's not to like single everybody else, but if you look at it, Malcolm's been playing great. Langston had the game-winning shot against Arizona, and it's really been a great team effort. But I just gotta say, GP's just been spectacular.
I agree. I think he's exceeded all expectations. I mean, when you come into Corvallis with that name, you're obviously gonna have some expectations, but they were kind of tempered by his. I think he was a 3-star. So I don't know. I mean, I wasn't expecting too much.
We all didn't even. I remember last year when we were analyzing it, we didn't even. We're like JUCO transfer, like.
And that's why. Yeah. And this is my thing. What was he doing in JUCO?
No,
yeah, exactly.
I have no idea.
See, that's exactly why you hear the JUCO thing.
What has he been doing out of Division I basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think
probably absolutely destroying JUCO league. Like.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
I don't understand.
I think he's just exceeded all of my expectations for sure. And I think most other
all of Beaver Nation's expectations.
His basketball team has exceeded all expectations as well.
True.
How is this team better than last year? When last year we had skyrocket more talent. It's the
Tinkle.
I mean, Roberto Nelson leads the conference in scoring.
Yeah.
Eric Moreland signs a contract with the Kings. Those guys are gone, and this team, I think,
Hollis gone.
Yeah,
he was promising last
Alice
year.
is gone. Devon Collier's gone. Brant, these are some big players we had. But
Like the whole team.
I think they would lose to our current team by 10 points.
Yeah, I'd give it that exactly.
Well, this team actually plays defense.
Yeah,
I think the whole
defense.
philosophy of last year was just try to outscore
Was no
everyone.
defense. Yeah,
And I mean that didn't work versus a lot of the best Pac-12 teams. But, playing defense helps.
Along with
Defense wins championships.
the toughness and rebounding. We out-rebounded Arizona by, 10 boards? Gomez is playing out of his mind. He's got his fouls under control, and he's blocking shots, rebounding.
And if you even look at the Arizona roster, they're just feet ahead of everybody here.
Yeah.
So it's like Tarzinski. He's supposed to be grabbing them,
Yeah, exactly.
But Tarzinski can't read.
True.
A little quick shout out to Tanner and Jeff, a few listeners right now just tweeting some live game shots at us. We're hitting them with the retweets if anyone has any last minute cool shots of the game, storm of the court. Share the love. Twitter's about connecting. And we did just get one more live tweet coming in saying, "Did you play Gary Payton at your JUCO at Gran Ocampo?"
Yeah, popular to belief. I did not play JUCO. Quite a few people think I played JUCO basketball apparently, but I didn't. So there's some good pictures coming in though.
Oh yeah. Good picture of Mike that's coming in right now.
Yeah, I'm in the background of that too.
Kyle cropped you out.
Cut me off. That's too bad.
Smooth. Classic smooth.
In that picture though, I was getting too pumped because I jumped off the seats, and you could see the veins popping out of my neck.
And Kyle's face eclipsed me like a moon.
Nice.
Nah, I was hidden.
Yeah, Grant hit me too, which is hard for him to do since I'm so much bigger than him.
All right, so if we want to finish it up, the discussion of Oregon State basketball, we got a game coming up on Monday against UW.
No,
Not UW. Washington State. We just lost. We took an L to UW last night.
And we played tough in that game. But I think going to Washington State, they played. What was the final outcome of Washington State and Oregon? Does anyone know that one? Because I saw they were going to overtime.
It was an OT 2-point game.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oregon won by like 2.
Okay.
I think in OT.
Yeah, and Washington State has a new coach. They've been playing decent.
They've been playing good.
But I think we can get that dub in Pullman. So
especially since it's exactly.
Yeah, and I think if we get that game, we take 101 in state of Washington. I'm happy with that. Real happy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing more you can say. Just
I found that score. We got 108 Washington State to 99 Oregon.
okay, never mind. I was off. Oregon got smacked.
That is an opposing style. I mean, we've been averaging like 20, 25 points a half.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the first half of the UW game, it was like 15,
15 to
17.
19.
Yeah,
19.
15, 19.
Like, that's-
They're putting up
wow.
108 in like 50 minutes.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a.
We're gonna see which philosophy wins out in this one.
And honestly,
Yeah.
if you look at the Arizona game too, is Arizona they have a decent offense. They were
It was kind of the
struggling
same
there.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they were. I think I read first in the nation in getting to the foul line.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to the foul line quite a bit. But
Stanley
it still
Johnson's little or not. This is Stanley. No, it's not
Hollis
Stanley.
Johnson.
Hollis,
Yeah,
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His little
His little shimmy.
Trying to be like Kevin Durant.
Shimmy?
But,
Yeah, we
wasn't anything close.
Yeah, we owned him too.
We saw him shoot a 3. You are not Kevin Durant, Rondé
I
Hollis
award you
Jefferson.
no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Savage.
All right. Final thoughts. That's our take on the probably biggest upset that any of us will ever witness in our.
Hey, hopefully there's.
No, never mind. Hopefully there's more to witness.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
Thus far, pretty much. So if there's any last minute thoughts on that win, you can tweet it at us. We'll mention it.
Yep.
But moving on.
Everybody look forward to California
Yeah.
series coming up this week. It's going to be UCLA and USC. So students go out there and show up and show them Beaver some
Yeah,
love.
exactly. And hey, if you can't figure out about the other team, if you want to show up tonight, women's basketball is taking on UW at home here in Gill. So women's basketball is balling out like Kobe.
Yeah, they're both fun to watch.
not
They
Kobe,
play
but-
hard. Come show up and support them.
Yeah, exactly. And they're girls, so something to look at. I'm just kidding. I'm just saying it's better, Oh, what?
There's no coming back from
Yeah,
that.
there's no justified.
Okay, moving on. Big game tonight for women's basketball against UW. We had the huge upset against Arizona. Let's get a little transition
What
into
about that natty?
that natty dough. Let's finish it up with the other biggest thing that happened in that weekend was the national championship last Monday.
12 gauge.
12 gauge.
Man.
What?
Yeah. 12 gauge, a.k.a. Cardell Jones, a.k.a.
Yep.
GOAT.
AKA the GOAT, AKA Big Chocolate.
If you follow me on Twitter, you saw that my whole title was Cardale is GOAT.
Exactly.
Yeah. And really, Ohio State has been underdogs for the last 3 games they played, and Cardell Jones won every single one.
Yeah, it's
And
incredible.
and the only games he's played
Like,
this season.
can you have a better ratio than your 3 games are against Wisconsin, Bama, and Oregon? And
Yeah.
Natty? Like,
No, it's like Cardell Jones is God.
it's like it was like an ABC 30 for 30 special. Like third string quarterback rises from the ranks. I just want to know how he's been a third string quarterback thus far. Like,
Because he's had Braxton Miller and JT Barrett ahead of him.
but if you know you have that talent within, why not transfer? Like, he could have started at Oregon State. He could have started.
Yeah, Cardale, we have an opening.
yeah,
Please.
yeah.
yeah.
Hey, I think I think it was Grant and Evan and I were talking about this yesterday. I'd even take JT Barrett. Come to Oregon State. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
I'd take Braxton Miller too. One of those 3. Come over.
Braxton, you don't got to sit out. We got a new successful coach, some spread offense.
We ain't got no time.
Yeah, he likes the dual threat. I mean,
A little shimmy, little pass, little run.
I mean, I saw that Sports Nation tweet from the guy at Oklahoma with the pretty girls sending it out to Braxton,
Oh,
saying
yeah.
he was
That
just
was
a defensive
funny.
back.
Yeah.
Say, you could do this too, and I'm only a defensive back.
Yeah, well, if you want to ball out in the Pac-12, Oregon State, we're ready for you.
Yeah.
We do got plenty of pictures to be taken.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we'll talk about the whole national championship game as a whole here. What'd you guys think about it overall?
Exceeded my expectations, blew my mind,
Really?
and gave me the most satisfaction that an Oregon loss has ever given me in the history of collegiate football.
More than the
yeah, I mean, probably.
more than the Auburn game?
Yeah,
Really?
because this is just a destroyal.
Yeah.
Actually, that Auburn, that one play where
It's like the first one. That's the first stab to the.
that's true. That was the first little jab to the ribs, and this is the official snap off.
Yeah.
I felt like Oregon fans were just extra
Salty?
arrogant this year, and I don't know. This one gave me more
No,
satisfaction
it was.
too. I thought.
It was
Yeah.
after that freak Arizona loss. There's like that week period when they thought they were out, but then when there's the huge weekend of upsets in college football when Bama lost and everyone else took the L, their confidence was almost like boosted to a point of like something that we've never seen before. Like this game. Oh, whew,
Yeah. Well.
loved it.
Yeah. Really, that whole game. The whole game was really not just Cardell Jones, but Ezekiel Elliott.
Zeke the freak.
Yeah, Zeke went off, 246 yards and 4 touchdowns. A national championship game, that's
And that was his third straight game of 200 plus yards.
Yeah.
And I mean, he did it versus Bama and Wisconsin. I mean, those are not two
Yeah.
easy teams.
Well,
So
if you look at the Ducks defense, not to throw them on the bus, but they're trash. The reason why the Ducks lost the game is because of their defense, honestly.
specifically run defense too.
Yeah, yeah. And Mariota did all he could, and I think everybody, probably on the face of this earth, even Oregon State fans, maybe not Grant. We know Grant's kind of salty, but Mariota is like
Shouts out GVD.
everybody. Yeah. Well, okay, but everybody.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was talking about GVD because he wanted the Ducks to win.
Yeah, but
So if you want to tweet at him, it's at GVD35.
shots. I think everybody has to respect Mariota.
No,
really.
I respect Mariota.
Yeah.
Let's
Just not Ducks.
I'll
Okay.
get that out of the way. I respect
You
Mariota.
need to clear yourself to your
especially
to our fans.
especially as a person, I respect Mariota. I just don't know how his game will transfer. That's all I'm saying.
all- yeah.
I like Mariota.
Yeah. Everybody
As a
has
person.
yeah. And what he did in college was unbelievable. If you look at the numbers, it's just blows my mind really too. But yeah, going back to it, in the national championship game, it was just from the very beginning, kind of even it was still how or Ohio State had 4 turnovers. Was how they win the game was. How did that even happen? Was really
They totally controlled the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were just more physical. I remember watching Cardale Jones scramble. He's running up the middle, takes on the Oregon nose tackle, knocks that dude back about 3 yards, and keeps going. And at that point, I was like, okay, speed's not beating strength in this game.
Yeah.
It was something for the record books. That's all I can say. The salt was real on Twitter after that game.
Yeah.
Let's just say it almost translated from an Ohio State Oregon game to a Civil War Oregon State Oregon game.
for everybody here in Corvallis and Eugene, it really did. But
Yeah, and we can get into that a little bit after the next break. Our last opinions on
hey, we had fireworks going off here.
Yeah.
Why not?
yeah, exactly.
Whoever shooting off fireworks, they're the real MVPs.
They're
here
the
in
real
town.
MVP.
Yeah, I mean, tweet at us if you were shooting off fireworks. Tell us. We
if
want
you
to
were
know.
one of the
You are the real
firework
MVP.
culprits.
Yeah.
We love you. We'll throw you on an interview if you come
I
on.
think old Beavers love you.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Beavers love Beavers.
Except whoever that is that scheduled that Ducks watch party.
All right.
He might have been
if we want
salty.
to get into that, I forgot about that.
I don't think we should. I don't think we should talk about it. It's just kind of. I think we've already kind of
Just let that die?
Yeah, we've let it die. We'll let it. We've already heated at them before.
Man, I was a solid jalapeno heat level for like that whole day. Like I've never been so pissed off at like a fellow Oregon State administrator.
Yeah, let's just say that
I mean, not to disrespect the school or anyone that organizes events here, but that event was
All we got to say is just keep the
poorly
rivalry
planned.
intact.
poorly thought out.
yeah, think it
Please
through a
don't
little
try to
bit better
take
next
any.
time.
Yeah, please don't try to take anything out of the rivalry. The whole tagline is "There's nothing civil about it." So to put civility into the Civil War, which was like their tagline, I just think that's ridiculous. Let rivalries be, please. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
yeah, I'm over it. I'm gonna get too heated, but moving on. We're gonna take a PSA break and then transition back into some NBA discussions and some NFL discussions.
Maybe even who would you rather take, Mariota or
Ooh,
Jameis?
good call. I like that. After the break, we're gonna get into some NFL draft coming up on us in what, a couple months here.
Yeah.
NFL draft discussions. The great number 1, number 2. It's been talked a lot on SportsCenter. Mariota versus Winston. Once we get that out of the way,
Take your pick. Tweet at us.
yeah, please. Then some
And why?
Yeah, and why. So, NBA discussion coming up. NFL. Yeah. Packed show still. Stay tuned. KBVR, Second String Sports, 88.7 FM. Live, 3 to 4 every Friday. Once again, you can tweet at us at Second String KBVR or our personal Twitters. Yeah, tell us what you think of the Mariota versus Winston debate, because we're going to be coming at you very heated and very raw after this break. So, stay tuned.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
And we're back live, Second String Sports, getting into some NFL draft, NFL playoff discussions for the second half of the show. Probably the biggest date on SportsCenter recently is the number 1 and number 2 spot in the draft. Two quarterbacks that are probably the highest coveted going in, Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston. If you got an opinion on who's going to have the better NFL career, who you think should go number 1, number 2, hit us up with hashtag Second String Sports. Why, how, what. Just whatever you think is going to go on with those two in their career. So why don't we get into it? What do you guys think?
All right.
Mariota versus the Crab Thief.
All right, who wants to go to the Bucks? Who wants to go to the Titans? What's the dice? What's the roll here?
That's like saying who wants to go to math or who wants to go to stats. Am I right?
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Bucks is a better situation.
You have some weapons to throw to, you know.
Yeah, I think the smarter decision is to go with Mariota. Why is because of Jameis's off-field question marks, but I think overall, who I think might have the better NFL career, I think it will be Jameis. But really, it's I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucks took Jameis because maybe of the Florida connections there.
I could see that. He likes the
They've
warm
also
weather.
been rumored to, sources,
quote unquote,
which they've been rumored to like Winston over Mariota. Who knows? That could change. There's time.
And Lovie Smith there is, I think he could maybe shape Winston into just a pro style quarterback. So, Mariota's you could kind of see how his game might not transition over.
Yeah, I read some articles that said Mariota why he's the next Tim Tebow, which I think that's a little harsh. I think he's gonna have slightly more successful career than Tim Tebow did in the NFL, but
yeah. And I don't know. Right now, I think that the Bucks will choose Jameis, but I would say that Mariota would be a smarter pick.
Definitely.
I can see that, but it's hard to know.
It's really hard to tell right now. So,
to be totally honest, I think I would go with Mariota over Jameis for the character issues, and Mariota's efficiency is kind of hard to deny.
Mm-hmm.
He did not turn the ball over. Like, I don't know if he'll go in the NFL and dominate games.
What was it? 101 touchdowns overall to 11 interceptions. Was that?
I think it might have been 11 total turnovers.
Just total turnovers.
He was so efficient with the ball. That's what helped him be great.
Yeah.
Been efficient with the throw, boy. Classic Marcus.
Hey,
rap siren.
Yeah, rap siren.
Rap siren.
True. I still just see Jameis going number 1. But as you were saying, how many scouts do you think are taking that character issue into debate? Because I don't know. Do you think he's able to mature up once he gets that money, or do you think it's gonna just spiral worse?
What I think is, like, you look at the Titans, the Bucks, like, not the most stable organizations.
No.
If the Packers or, like, the Patriots had a chance at Jameis Winston, I would say, without question, take him for the talent.
Because it's a reformed organization. You have Belichick. Yeah.
He might just go wild out in Florida with Tampa Bay, or go to Tennessee and hook up with Juicy J in the stew or something.
Yeah,
you never know what could happen.
Jameis comes out with his first single. He gets into the Jamarcus Russell sipping that perp.
Yeah, like, you don't want that to happen. If you need a player right now, I think Mariota's probably more ready to lead your team.
Hey, guys. Wild card. Sean Mannion, number 1 overall pick.
Yes.
Why not? I mean, yeah, let's start it.
Blake Bortles of 2015.
Yes. Hey, he's in the battle right now to be the 3rd quarterback taken off the draft board. So
yeah, I saw that.
Hey.
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah. We'll talk more about that, and I guess we'll definitely get more into NFL draft.
Closer to the draft, we'll have a full Sean Mannion coverage. And
yeah,
Sean, where you at, though? Are you still roaming the campus? I mean,
shout out to Sean Pryor, though, the biggest Sean Mannion fan I've ever met.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been getting live tweets from our biggest radio fan. Shout out Sean Pryor.
SP Beavs.
He's been a huge SP Beavs has been a huge Second String Sports supporter from day one. So. Shouts out Sean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out Sean. I love it.
Anyway, so wrapping it up, you guys think Jameis number 1 probable, but Mariota probably would be the smarter decision? Or do you think Jameis is the smarter long-run decision because of how, maybe he'll have the 2 years where he has his mess-ups, matures, and then 3 years from now he could be something crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that it's... I don't know. It's hard not to say that Mariota's the smarter decision, but I think overall... I don't know. I mean, I would pick Jameis, but you can't really go wrong either way, I don't think. I mean, each has potential.
Either way, you're getting a quarterback that's better than the one you have now. So
yeah, exactly. So I don't know. It's hard to know, but I go Winston, but I can see either way.
Yeah. All right.
We'll
take a quick break.
Take a quick break and transition to our favorite part of the show, the most no-chill part of the show, the best sport of the show. National Basketball Association. Just my personal opinion, though. Not to be biased. Once again, this is Second String Sports, 88.7 FM, KBVR. I got about 10 minutes left in the show here. We're going to come back with some 10, 15 minutes. We got time. If you're sticking around, relaxing, just hearing our expertise, hearing our opinions. Got some NBA discussion coming up, rounding into the All-Star break. And then why don't we end out the show like we usually do with for old time's sake, there's not too many games this time to predict on, but NFL playoffs this weekend, what we think's going to happen, Super Bowl predictions maybe?
Yeah, we'll definitely have to get in that.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. Second String Sports, stay tuned, NBA, NFL, coming at you with lightning speed, like a Lamborghini.
Like the Flash.
Yeah, all right. Stay tuned, this is Jake, Logan, and Grant on Second String Sports.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
And we're back live, Second String Sports, to end out the show with some NBA, NFL round-off discussions. Why don't we get live into it? NBA, huge games recently. LeBron's back. There's been some injuries, some trades.
Yeah, and we got a good game tonight. We got San Antonio versus Portland.
Had a little rough bump in the road 2 nights ago. Blazers took a L to the Clippers. Was not the outcome that we were looking for, but I'm looking for a bounce back tonight.
Yeah, and after the last game, Blazers and Spurs have played each other. That was a great game, so maybe looking for another one here.
Exactly. Yep. That was arguably the best Blazer game of the season.
Blazers
not
always
even really arguably.
Blazers always seem to play well in San Antonio too.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about San Antonio.
No, I saw a stat where it's the Blazers have actually owned the Spurs. I will admit here in the past
I wonder what
10 years.
Yeah.
They have the best winning percentage in the regular season. It gets San Antonio out of any NBA team.
I love it.
Yeah, well, let's just not talk about the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
I'll
let you guys slide on that.
Sparing the playoffs.
Yeah, regular season, but it should be a good one.
That's why I said.
I think you guys are getting a Kawhi back. I say you guys because I know.
Yeah, it's me and my guys.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Logan's a Spurs fan.
For our new 3 o'clock listeners, Logan.
Kawhi is probable tonight. So that's going to be big for San Antonio because San Antonio they're not playing that well this season. They're
24 and 18. I thought.
I think it was like 16 or 17.
Looks like 24 and 16.
There we go. So it's hoping to be a good game tonight. I'm hoping for it.
I'm hoping for a good game tonight. I mean, we got Memphis coming up in a few days here too, so it's been a tough road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
not really road trip.
It's anything in the West is going to be a tough road trip.
Tough West trip. Can I say that? Does that work?
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
Clippers, Spurs, Grizzlies,
Yeah. And even talk about some trade talks. Grizzlies got a little bit stronger. They got Jeff Green.
They did.
Improving over Tayshaun Prince, who he's on the Grizzlies. I thought he was still on Detroit. Kidding, but that's the only thing that anybody. That's the only thing anybody remembers is Tayshaun Prince back in the Ben Wallace days.
Yeah, exactly. I love those days.
But
BW.
Yeah, but the Grizzlies. They're getting strong. Marc Gasol is beast, and I think Grizzlies are a real threat to maybe even win the West. So
I don't know about winning.
I mean, it's possible.
They they got two beasts down low. Mike Conley's he's been, I think he's hit the peak of his playing career right now.
He has definitely.
And acquiring Jeff Green.
That helps.
So I definitely see the Grizzlies being a top contender in the West.
Exactly. And
yeah,
if we're going along the terms of the West, what do you guys think of the Thunder's recent plunder? I mean, they took pretty much the definition of a smackdown against the Houston Rockets the other night. If we want to stay in the West, we can talk about how scary the Rockets have looked lately.
Yeah, James Harden's been
Do you still
having
buy
a way
them as
more
a contender though?
Yes, the Rockets have, and it's James Harden more of his efficiency this year. He's been way more efficient than years past. So, and I know you guys you just have that hate for Houston.
I mean, after last year, it's hard not to. But they're a good team. They're a good team.
And having Josh Smith, if you're in fantasy and you're having Josh Smith in your fantasy team, he's going to ruin your field goal percentage. But he's athletic. But as you can see from Atlanta getting rid of him, look at Atlanta now. Atlanta's on fire. And if
Atlanta's outstanding.
Yeah, and it's very wait, they've won.
It's
20,
like blink, blink.
Clean out your ears. If you think about it, it's like they've won 26 of the last 28 games. That's like, how's that happen?
I think that you can sum up Atlanta with the other night they were playing. I think they were playing in Boston. I saw a photo after the game of Jeff Teague taking a fast break layup, just smiling ear to ear as he shot it.
Yeah,
and I was like, I can't blame you for feeling that way.
He's loving life right now. Atlanta fans, I mean, even though there's hardly any of them.
And if you look at it from what happened from last year to this year in Atlanta, they had the same coach.
No one really.
The only acquisitions that's really changed is they've got Thabo Cephalosha,
which isn't even that much.
Very minor. I mean,
I know.
Defensive minded. I mean, that's helped obviously.
And
I think it's just something to switch in their head, some type of motivation.
They're sharing the ball like crazy.
After I did think about that in my head, Al Horford also was hurt last year. I just remember that.
Yeah,
that's true.
But still, that big of a jump.
That big of a jump is still crazy. And another team it was my prediction. Grant reminded me the other day to have a contention to win the Eastern Conference was the Detroit Pistons. And at the start, it didn't even look like they weren't even going to get close to the playoffs. But
and then they ditched the rock on the ship.
That's what Josh Smith is just. If you get rid of Josh Smith, you're looking pretty good. So
I'm glad he's single because I'm going to climb that like a tree.
That is new and so random. You trying to climb Josh Smith, Jake? Like a tree?
Out of context. That was out of context.
Yeah.
I was meaning to say he's single away from the Pistons, but man, bridesmaids, you just
redeem yourself with something here. All right. Okay, so we got that.
Okay,
we got that cleared up. You're welcome, Jake.
Thank you.
Yeah,
this has been playing great. Brandon Jennings is playing great.
Yeah, and
she sucked last year. Absolute trash.
Yeah. I can't think of any other NBA topics unless you guys got something here.
Nah, we do. Portland Trailblazers, baby. So as we know, as of recently, the trade talks have been bubbling for about Wilson Chandler, and I know us Blazer fans, Logan can step aside and
I'm waiting to talk NFL.
Yeah, he's waiting to talk NFL. He can DM some random KFC worker or something like that. Random.
Wow, Jake is on one. Rap siren.
I'm on one. All right,
back to Blazers.
Back to the Portland Trail Blazers. Wilson Chandler, we'd have to give up arguably 2 players, I mean.
I heard they want a first rounder, and that was a couple of days ago. I don't know if they're still holding out for that.
They were trying to hold out.
But yeah. I mean, I think that he'd be a great fit. Great role player, he can make threes, defend, and with the way Batum's playing, I think he'd get quite a bit of time. Obviously, Batum's been struggling.
That's
for anyone
that's
who's
another thing I
watched.
want to talk about real quick is Batum's production lately has there's some outcries. I mean, his production has completely dipped, and we've seen. I mean, I don't know how much is going to stick around when Joel and Robin Lopez come back, but Myers seems to be blossoming. Honestly,
There's been a big step forward in Myers. He
Like,
just looks a
something-
lot more confident.
he's more confident.
And a
He's
lot-
hitting his jumpers better.
More aware on the court, especially
Is that really going to
defensively.
stay when the full line is back? I don't know, but I mean, can't complain now. It's anything's better than the old Myers, honestly.
Yeah, he's filling in nicely.
Exactly. So, big Blazer game tonight, big Blazer game this weekend. All you Rip City fans, stay tuned. We're going to end out the show with some NFL playoff discussions. Big games this weekend. It's going to be super fun. Want to get into the matchups right now. Some thoughts, concerns.
Some thoughts.
Thoughts. Cheerleaders.
Rap siren.
Sorry.
It's money.
All right, back to the NFL. Man, this show's all over the place. We're excited. 3-day weekend. Love you, Martin Luther King.
Thanks, MLK. You're the real MVP.
All right, back to the NFL. We got Green Bay and Seattle, Indy visiting New England.
Mm-hmm. All
Man,
right.
big
All right.
games.
I'll start off. This is who I want to win the Super Bowl. If they don't win the Super Bowl,
Okay.
I will be super pissed. I want Andrew Luck to win his first Super Bowl, and I want him after this, when he wins his first Super Bowl, he's going to be the poster boy of the NFL. I'm calling it right now.
No, he
Andrew
won't.
Luck wins his first Super Bowl title.
Get off my ship.
No.
Get off my ship.
I am the captain now. Yeah, I'm loving the beard. We're me and Andrew Luck. We're about to be beard bros again. Growing out my beard, if anyone doesn't know. Yeah, me and Andrew Luck, we're gonna be brothers. So everybody look for Andrew Luck to win his first Super Bowl, defeat the Golden Boy, and then I'm calling it right now. Seattle's gonna win, and Seattle fans are gonna be super hyped. They're gonna be really cocky, and
Yeah, we will.
yeah, they will. And then they're going to get shut down by the man of Andrew Luck. There you go. Drop the mic. Bump.
Okay, so if you want to, instead of just going hyper Andrew Luck fanboy, what are your actual predictions for the games?
That's my predictions.
Scores.
All right. Seattle, Green Bay. It's going to be
Close game.
It's going to be a
Low scoring.
27-18
Okay.
Seattle.
Yeah, I can see that.
And then for New England and Colts, it's going to be a 35-28 Colts. Everyone
All right,
else rounded up.
Interesting. You guys' thoughts?
I really think that Green Bay is going to get some revenge on Seattle this weekend. I don't know. Obviously, I think it's going to be a really close game. It's not in any way going to be like a huge duck type game, but I don't know. I think Green Bay wins a close one. I think Andrew Luck goes in. Maybe. I'm kind of with Logan on that.
Yeah,
one.
by the way, if we do want to talk about Green Bay, I think all the stuff about Aaron Rodgers recently is complete BS. What he's trying to hype up his injury.
You're
I don't know.
You're backing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Who said that? I saw something.
It was
on
Cam.
it.
I did
Was
too,
it Cam?
Yeah. It's all.
Said he saw him scramble like that.
Yeah, it's the mind trick. Aaron's fine. He's
and-
trying to play it off as he's going to be a little bit weak. Get the mind weak. You know.
I also think it's going to be a curse of Matt Hasselbeck. We're going to take the ball and we're going to score. Yeah, that's going to be a curse forever for whenever the Seahawks play the Packers in the playoffs. They're going down.
I still see about a 10 or 14 2-touchdown win for Seattle. Easy win. Rounding off Aaron Rodgers, pound him in the dirt.
An easy
Seattle,
playoff win versus Green Bay. We'll see if that
okay, not
happens.
an easy. 2 touchdowns isn't an easy win, I would say. But it's a comfortable win. I think it'll be comfortable up until the 4th. And I'm going to have to go with the Patriots. Patriots against Colts. I don't see him doing it. I don't see Andrew Luck doing it.
Andrew Luck's winning his first Super Bowl. No matter
Nah,
what.
he's not.
All right, quick picks. I'm
Yeah.
going to take the Packers 35-27 over Seattle.
That is savage.
Seattle has not seen any quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers in like the last month. He's about to be putting that championship belt on, doing some State Farm commercials.
More like putting a brace on his leg after he gets stomped on.
We'll see.
Maybe carry him to the hospital.
Savage.
Maybe his hospital truck goes off the road.
I just want to see Richard Sherman after he loses in the playoffs, NFC Championship. I want to see his interview then.
Yeah, I do too. He won't give an interview, though, because he just avoids the media whenever he loses.
Then he'll write some article for his website about how, blah, blah, blah happened.
At least he can
whatever.
write.
That is true. At least he can write. I'm happy for his literacy.
He's a smart guy, unlike a lot of players in the NFL.
He is a smart guy. I respect him. He's a great player, but I just want to see what happens. Then I'm going Colts 42-28 over the Patriots.
What the?
Yeah. Bold predictions. I go big or I go home.
Getting pumped right now.
We each got Green Bay and Colts. So, except for young Yake over here.
I'm a lone wolf.
Well, my prediction is for Seattle to win.
I'm like Galifianakis.
But I want Packers. I want Packers to win. I want Packers.
You're riding with me on the Seahawks.
Yeah, but then I am having them lose in the Super Bowl. Okay, jumping ahead, just maybe if you had to pick someone. If
Also,
you guys have
any
your
Seahawks
predictions.
fans, slide on over to Oak Park. Me and Andrew Eddy will be getting wild. That's all I got to say.
Like
there
Buffalo?
there may be fire and a Packers pendant involved in the night. I'm just teasing it. I'm putting it out there. You can follow me on Instagram, Jake McGrady, see what I'm talking about.
We're at Evan, finals. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl prediction.
Taking Packers.
Grant.
I was going to go Packers as well.
There
I
we
think
go.
Aaron Rodgers does it.
Aaron Rodgers wins the second Super
Seahawks.
Bowl. Yeah, we don't know.
You guys are tripping, and Jeff's going to get a Seahawks tattoo.
Nah, we're about to hear another Lil Wayne Green Bay anthem after it's going to be on that Sorry for the Wait.
Okay,
Coming soon.
what I'm 100% saying, though, if Green Bay beats the Seahawks, I'm Green Bay all the way.
You want Green Bay all the way? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm saying if they beat the Seahawks, no matter who wins the Colts Patriots game, I want Green Bay to take the Super Bowl.
All right.
I feel it.
I give respect to my opponents.
Feeling some luck.
Nah, you're feeling unlucky.
Nah.
I'm up all night to get unlucky.
It doesn't even matter if
That's
it's a rap.
not even
It's
a
not a
rap.
rap reference,
Yeah.
but still, you have to put it. Just do it.
Shouts out Pharrell. That was a tight-packed show. We had the Natty discussion, Oregon State over Arizona upset win, little Jameis Winston versus Marcus Mariota debate, NBA, and then rounding it off with the NFL playoffs. Big weekend in sports. Make sure to check out the women's basketball game tonight, Oregon State versus UW in Gill, and then obviously this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, NFL playoffs, NBA, Blazers. Check out everything. Week 2, do your homework. Stay on top of things. Call your mom. Eat your fruits and vegetables. And follow us on Twitter.
Life advice.
Yeah.
Life advice. Once again, this is week 2 of Second String Sports of our new time, 3 to 4 p.m. every Friday on 88.7 FM KBVR. Let's get a quick hand for our guest of this show, Evan.
Strawberry.
Young Jams, want to shout out the Twitter one last time if they want to discuss sports this weekend with you?
Follow me at 503EA50. Send me anything. I'll follow you back.
Anything?
Anything. Any topic.
I respect
sports,
that.
music.
I respect that.
Even
pictures?
if you want to just roast me, let me know.
Yeah.
He's always down for a Twitter roast. So, and then once again, I'm at JMcGrady7.
At LT McGinnis.
And at Grant Ocampo.
Yep. Hit us up. Follow us. Follow at Second String KBVR, Facebook, YouTube, all that. We podcast all the shows. So if you want to chill out before the Seahawks, Colts, Patriots, any of those games this weekend, listen to our ramblings. We're always good to tune in, pop in at a party while you're eating the nachos. Second String Sports every Friday, 3 to 4. Thanks for listening. Have a good weekend. Watch a lot of sports. Support your Beavs.
Eat them
Wayne
nachos.
Tinkle, eat them nachos. Go Beavs.
Go
Second String
Beavs.
Sports.
Go Beavs.
Go, Beavs.
I'm Olivia Langley. You're listening to KBVR Corvallis.